wanted to be a judge who knows just what is right and wrong, and be good and be strong. And on my swan up in the air I'm flying, searching for justice, can't you see me trying? Right is the reason I go on.
It's Mr. Beaver's, because he found it. But I dispute that fact because I am the lawyer who's defending Mr. Mouse. Yes. But then, sir, I think you're wrong. You're very pushy, but because I'm a good lawyer, I know what we can do. Let's hear the judge. Yes, because only our friend Klaus can solve it.
I hear the wisdom coming from the gnomes now, and all together we have got the know-how, because we are people of peace.
Well, Judge, looks like I finally finished for today.
Please let me in.
Go see who is knocking at the door, will you, youngster?
Hang on. Who's there?
Get away! It's terrible! It's terrible!
Sonia! Calm yourself. What's the matter? Hey!
Calm down, I beg you, calm down and tell us what's the matter, Sonia.
Is it because one of your animals happens to be sick?
They're fine.
Was there an accident?
No.
Was it the trolls? Have they done something to you?
Yes.
Tell us, how serious was it?
Very serious, I'm afraid.
What do you suppose could be up?
Couldn't be anything good.
Those animals have stolen my recipe book.
What? Your recipe book?
That's right, my book.
And you created all this uproar just because of that?
How dare you accuse me of creating unnecessary problems, Danny? You don't understand. That cookbook is vital to me.
Do not forget that our recipe books hold the secrets of our food and that thanks to them we're able to live for such a long time. If the trolls ever were to use them, it would most certainly be a big problem.
Please help.
Absolutely not. Judge Klaus is a famous judge. You don't expect him to waste his time bringing those trolls to trial, do you?
Well, I would be eternally grateful to both of you if you would come along with me to recover my wonderful book full of recipes.
She's kind of sweet when she bats those eyelashes, and work is done for today, after all.
Yes, it is true, my dear Danny, but her flirtation is not the real reason why we're going to try to help her. Our work doesn't only consist of keeping the peace among us, we must also assure ourselves that justice be fulfilled. And by going with Sonia after those thieves, we'll be complying with this rule.
All right, if we really...
Right, let's go! Let's not waste any more time!
Oh, well, so much for having a nice quiet day.
I realize that I am partly to blame. I know that I was too careless. When I finished consulting my recipe book, I shouldn't have left it in a place that made it so easy for those trolls to find it.
Don't worry, we'll recover the cookbook and we'll punish them. But you said that you knew how to get to their cave, and now it appears we're lost.
Yeah, the judge is right. We've been walking for about 3 hours, and we still haven't found that stupid old cave.
I'm sure that it must be around here somewhere. What happened is that the snow covered up all the landmarks, and that's why I seem to be a bit disoriented.
The thing is, if we don't find it soon, the night will start to close in on us, you see?
Don't be so anxious, Danny. We'll get there sooner or later, and as always, it's necessary that we keep our wits about us. We don't know what we're going to encounter, yet we must be prepared for anything.
Sonia, are you absolutely sure it was the trolls that stole that book of yours?
Of course I am. I may be careless and forgetful now and then, but I'm not a dummy and I know what I'm saying. You must understand that after the shock of seeing those horrible fellows, I'll never ever forget their ugly faces.
Those are wicked creatures. I don't understand why they didn't take after their mother. I've known her for years and years, and she's a good troll. Hey, look, we can take shelter and spend the night in the hollow of that tree. Danny, oh, for heaven's sake, what on earth are you up to?
Doesn't he dance well? Bravo, bravo!
Yes, I'm dancing, but it's only to keep myself warm.
Well, you'd be better off over here with us. Come on, help us fix our dinner, Danny.
Yes, that's a wonderful idea, Klaus. I should have thought of it before. Come on, you're a great cook.
Coming up. I'm gonna prepare a great vegetable soup that'll really knock your hats off. This soup will not only be a delicious taste treat, but it will also have a terrific nutritional value. And that's because I'm using all natural ingredients.
I love soup, I really have to admit it.
And now, as a finishing touch, I'll add a smattering of dandelion leaves, which, by the way, happen to be a fantastic cold remedy. And how about a clove or two of garlic to help you with that rheumatism of yours, Judge?
A rather explosive little mixture, young man, and I must admit that you look like you know exactly what you're doing. This soup may just turn out to taste good.
Yes, Klaus, it smells great.
Thank you. Now, just trust me. It'll do the trick all right. So you fellas are hungry too, huh? Yes, just the right amount of salt. Ooh, I'm a great chef if I do say so myself. Sonia, give me your bowl. It's ready now. Okay, my little friends. I'll serve you first. Just be calm, be calm. Here. Huh? Hey! Here you are. That means you approve of it?
Well, what's even more important to me is nutritional value.
It may be very nutritious, but I am sorry to say that it has an awful taste, and not even a starving troll would dare to eat it.
It's awful. Blech.
So it's bad, huh? Well, the problem is that you're a couple of ungrateful people because I was only thinking of you when I made this delicious soup for you.
Now, young man, don't
man.
take it that way. Frankly, it's just no matter what your good intentions were, your soup tastes like dishwater.
What are you saying? What would you know about taste? I've been making soup for 50 years and all I've ever gotten was compliments. Well, I'm going to drink the whole thing myself, so there.
Do you see how important it is to have a recipe book? If I had mine here, I would have prepared a very tasty and delicious vegetable broth that would make you so happy you'd be jumping up and down.
It's a lovely day, and the sun is covering the forest with its warmth, giving it life.
It makes me so happy when you're poetic.
Everybody be quiet for a second. I hear a group of gnomes coming from that way.
Ah, well done, Danny. I think I can see them.
We'd better find out who they are, Judge.
Good idea. Hello. I am known as Judge Klaus. Who might you be?
We are all known as the SHERPA-GNOMES.
I knew you had to be gnomes of one sort or another.
Yes, we've lived here all our lives.
And where is it you reside?
Over there, at the foot of Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Yes, I see, friend, but something seems to be bothering you.
Yes, we've had to flee from our homes because 2 trolls have arrived, making our lives impossible. And what's more, we can't even get any of our work done.
Those 2 troublemakers, they're the ones that stole my recipe book.
That means nothing. Just let me tell you what those 2 animals did to one of us during a climbing expedition. We had gotten up early that day and just started climbing up Mount Everest when one of those nasty trolls suddenly appeared from up above.
Oh, no! Ah!
Luckily, our companion fell into a big hole formed by some rocks in which a lot of snow had accumulated over time. Otherwise, the poor gnome surely would have been killed. Let there be no doubt about that.
Oh, no, I will stop those 2 animals in their tracks, and mark my words, I will punish them as they were never punished before.
Yes, Klaus, but don't forget the book.
Don't you worry. I promise you I won't let him forget. You'll see.
Their mother Ingrid lives in a cave. Could you show us the way?
Certainly. You have to go straight that way, and in about 2.5 miles, you'll find the path. If you follow it to the end, you will find Ingrid's cave and those 2 trolls who take pleasure in their mischief.
Holler, look at those nanny goats grazing over there. Why don't we throw a big snowball at them, and that way we can have some fun?
I've got a better idea. Why don't we throw 2 big snowballs at them? You take the right one and I'll take the left one. too much fun.
This is great. Everything has turned out just the way we thought. Now let's take a look at the recipe book. There must be one in here about goat milk ice cream.
I haven't had this much fun since we gave Foley a hot foot.
No, do you hear that? I'd know that sound anywhere. It's an avalanche.
Look, 2 big snowballs!
And they're both coming right this way. Let's get going. Oh, my goodness, that certainly was a close call. That snowball seems to be moving, Danny. I've never seen anything like it.
I've never heard a snowball talk. Seems very unusual to me.
Sounds like the bleating of a goat. I was right, and they may be hurting.
Let's help them, quick.
Hang on.
Luckily, the sun has come out, and its heat will revive them.
I hope that we've arrived in time and that the poor things are saved. Come on, little ones, wake up, wake up. It's wonderful, Klaus. Their eyes are opening, and I think they'll be all right.
Oh, no, no, no! Oh, Judge, now what's the matter with this goat? Huh?
She's just being appreciative.
Appreciative's all right, but this is a bit much.
Don't be so irritable. She's just thanking you for what you've done for her, Danny. Just look, now she's placing herself on top of us so we can drink her milk.
Her udders are much too high for us. We're gonna have to find a way to get up there if we're ever gonna have a drink of milk. I think that the only solution is for me to jump up there and milk her while you two wait down here with your mouths open, okay? Is everybody ready?
That's delicious.
Now we're fit for the rest of the day.
Oh, quite a feast, eh?
Now we have to continue on our way. Let's say goodbye to them.
Goodbye! Thanks for everything! Look up there! Do you see how the storm is coming right for us?
You're right, something is moving, but very slowly, which leads me to believe that it isn't an avalanche at all. They look like white bears.
I'll bet they're not really bears because bears usually walk on all 4 of their legs.
I'm starting to shake, and it's not necessarily from the cold.
Don't be afraid, Danny. They're yetis.
Yetis?
They are more commonly known as abominable snowmen to the rest of the world.
They look like big marshmallows.
They have been adapting themselves to the environment so as to escape notice. Men have been seeking them for a long time because they have seen their tracks in the snow but have never been successful. These snowmen are all experts at camouflage.
Hello, friends. We're a Yeti family. I am Zero. This is my lovely wife, Nothing, and this kid is our dear son, Little Bit.
We are pleased to meet you, but I can sense that something is not quite right with the 3 of you.
You have guessed right, and all because of a red sign that they painted on our backs. And as a result, we can no longer blend in with the landscape, and now men can trap us very easily, and that's our biggest concern.
Oh my, that could mean that men would be able to locate you and jeopardize your safety. Could you tell me how on earth those signs were painted on your backs?
The 3 of us were sleeping quietly in the snow, and then...
They'll get punished, I promise.
Those 2 monsters painted a sign on my back. Isn't that right? Tell them, Daddy.
That's right, my son, Little Bit, and the worst of it is that we can't remove it from our backs. We've tried everything possible, but we don't seem to be able to erase it from our skin.
Please lie down on the snow, face down, Zero. Danny, go see what kind of paint it is.
Okay. It smells like strawberry extract. Go ahead and stand up.
Okay.
Whoa! Just as I supposed, it's made from strawberries, but it isn't permanent. I think we can remove it with a neutralizing soap.
Then there is nothing to worry about. Take this soap, mix it with snow, rub yourselves briskly, and you'll be absolutely good as new in no time.
Aha! Here you go. A quick rub-a-dub is all it takes.
You see, your problems are all over. Now you're all as white as snow once again.
Thank you. We don't know how to repay you for this. You saved our lives.
What can we do in gratitude for this big favor?
Well, now that you mention it, you wouldn't mind showing us the way to Ingrid's cave, would you?
That'd be okay.
We can only take you to where the snow ends at the very edge of the forest.
That will be good enough, thank you. Let's go there.
as we go. You know, we can't pass a point where there's no more snow. Sorry.
Thank you very much, and I promise you that when we find those trolls, we'll teach them a lesson for what they have done to all of you.
If people could only meet you, I'm sure they wouldn't call you abominable.
We thank you so much, Danny. You are very kind.
When you find those stupid trolls, make sure you teach them a lesson, just like you promised. Make sure they'll never harm anyone again.
Goodbye!
Thank you! Goodbye!
Bye!
Oh, that must be it. As the Sherpa told us, Ingrid's cave is at the far end of the path.
Klaus, do you really think that Ingrid will punish her sons for what they've done?
I don't know, but after all, they are her sons.
No matter how good she may be, we can't forget she's still a troll. They always stick together. It's a waste of time.
Don't be so negative. She may be willing to help us.
Who is it? Who is knocking at the door?
It's me, Judge Klaus. I wonder if you remember me, Ingrid.
Good gracious, Judge Klaus, what can I do for you?
She has the reputation of being a good troll, but of course she's filthy like all of them, and she smells pretty bad.
So how can I be of help to you, Judge?
We have come to see you because it's important that we talk with you, but how stupid of me. We brought a present for you, and here I've almost forgotten all about it. Danny, would you give it to her, please?
Yes, of course. I have it in my bag. Here you are.
Ah, Gold Barb, what a beautiful present, but are you sure about this?
Naturally, Ingrid, we were all hoping it would bring a smile to your face.
Thank you, Judge. Now, won't you please come into my cave? Come in. Step lively. Come in. Come on in, please. I beg you to forgive me for all this garbage and so much filth, but you all know very well that my sons are rather difficult.
That's precisely what we wanted to talk to you about. Your sons have gone too far, and I've come to do justice in response to the many complaints that I have gotten lately.
Judge, no.
They've stolen our recipe book.
They've done harm to others.
And almost killed a Sherpa gnome.
Not to mention the Yetis.
No. My sons are not bad. Believe me, they're only spoiled because they're still young. You gotta understand.
No, Ingrid, your sons are very mischievous and do harm to everyone that they run into. Therefore, you must tell us where they are.
No, I haven't seen the little darlings in 2 days, Judge. They may be playing in the forest for all I know.
I warn you that when we find them, we are going to teach them a lesson that they will never forget.
Oh, Judge Klaus, please don't be too hard on them. They're really not that bad. You gotta believe me.
I can't promise that, Ingrid.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you for the gold bar. It's really the most beautiful present anyone's ever given me.
Okay, I put in the chopped up garlic. Now what else are we gonna need, Pit?
Well, Holler, according to the book of recipes, we need potatoes, salt, and to put in an onion or two.
But we don't have any onions.
Why, there are those two rogues now. I thought so. Look at that. They're cooking up something to eat, aren't they?
Well, if they're cooking a dish from my recipe book, I'm sure that it'll be delicious. They won't make a mess of things like someone I know whose name I'd rather not mention.
Judge, let's hurry up and get that book away from these hooligans, because if I hear any more of this, I'm going to explode, and it won't be the least bit pleasant.
Add 2 heads of broccoli, a bit of celery, and a dandelion.
How can we make this recipe? We don't have most of these ingredients. You and I are gonna have to go out and look around.
That's a great idea, Holler. Let's get going.
Let's get a move on, Danny.
I have a great idea. Why don't we play a nasty joke on them and add some ingredients of our own so that instead of turning out delicious, it'll be disgusting. What do you think about that?
Great, let's make the same stew that Danny prepared for us. That certainly should be enough punishment for anyone.
Beautiful!
It would seem like a perfect plan to me, but in addition to Danny's ingredients, I would add to that pot a little surprise that I have in store for them.
They'll be sorry they ever stole that cookbook from Sonia.
Look! Danny, here's my recipe book.
No, Sonia, we better leave it here. If we take it, they'll know that somebody was here, and then they won't eat up that nasty soup.
Come on, leave the book. Danny's right. Those two trolls are going to be coming back here for their dinner at any moment now.
Well, that ought to do it, Pit. It's finally got everything in it.
That's all the veggies according to the recipe book.
When we've had a couple of bowls of this broth, we'll live as long as the gnomes. We've stolen their secret.
We'll live 400 years.
Good. Hey, this soup's kind of strong, ain't it?
Yeah. Tastes delicious to me. Come on, give me another bowl of this great soup, will you?
It's incredible. It's impossible. They just ate up more than half of a whole pot.
I guess I had enough, old pal. I had 5 bowls of that stuff.
Me too. It really was scrumptious, wasn't it, Holler?
Oh, help, Pit! I'm swelling up like a big balloon!
Holler, what on earth's going on?
Maybe we put too much yeast in it.
I wouldn't like to be in their place. Their stomachs must be burning up like a volcano.
They deserve that, and I hope this lesson will teach them not to steal from anybody.
The herbs I put in cause gases so powerful that they will keep them floating in the air like balloons for a very long time.
Well, then let's follow them, Judge. I can't wait to see what happens when they run out of gas.
My sons! My sons! Where are my sons?
There they are now, Ingrid, flying over the lake as punishment for all of their misdeeds.
What? Have you two been causing trouble again? Why can't you two punks stop playing pranks, huh?
Please, Mommy, help us get down. You're not gonna leave us up here like big balloons, are you?
My poor boys, Judge Klaus, please do something to save them. I'm begging you.
They ate too much broth, otherwise everything would have been all right. Isn't that so, Danny?
Exactly. If they weren't so greedy, they would probably only be suffering from a tiny little tummy ache.
Oh, believe me, Judge, I know they deserve it for eating too much, but you gotta do something to save them.
I'll go ahead and do that, but only for you, my dear.
Oh!
Please make sure that Holler and Pit get these herbs, all right?
Boys, grab onto those herbs that the good judge is sending you, and that way you'll be able to get yourself out of the fix you're in.
Over here!
I'm very happy they decided to take a bath. It's been an awful long time.
Well, it seems that everything has come to a perfect conclusion.
I'd say so.
They deserved it.
Yes, absolutely right, Judge. I'm also fed up with my sons. You two gotta promise me you'll try to behave yourselves.
Now it's time for me to cook a delectable vegetable soup that I know you're really gonna love. My friends, the time has come for you to enjoy a most delicious meal from among the recipes in my favorite cookbook.
It does look very appetizing.
I bet those trolls aren't having a very appetizing dinner tonight.
This syrup is very good and it will cure your stomach ache. This one's for you, 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 and this one's for you.
Well, Schleets fights, everyone.
In the next episode, Klaus will tell us the story about the time he was called by the gnomes from the far west as they had problems with the cats that were destroying their community. The remedy that Klaus tries in order to solve the problem is not the right one, since outfitting the cats with little gold bells so the gnomes can hear them coming arouses the greed in men. Will Klaus manage to solve the problem? Can he save the gnomes from the human beings and the cats before they destroy the community?
Everything is dying, all the rivers keep